Hey Leo Augusto, how are you? I'm Daniel 15. This story happened to me about 5 years ago and I always remember it because I got traumatized by it. In my old apartment, a long hallway led to my room first, with my mom's room farther down. At the end, I was a little afraid of sleeping alone, and one day I decided to sleep with the door open, without the television and without the light, to get over my fear of the dark. That night I couldn't sleep well. I don't know why. It felt like I had insomnia or something. I kept tossing and turning in bed and just couldn't fall asleep. No position felt comfortable. Until at one point I was looking at the hallway and out of nowhere I saw a shadow pass by. It had come out of my mom's room. I got scared, but I was paralyzed. And 2 minutes later, what happened shocked me even more. I saw another shadow coming out of my mom's room, but it was different. It was huge, man, and it was flying. It looked like those Dementors from Harry Potter, you know. At that moment, I cried in fear. A while later, another shadow emerged from her room and paused at my door. This time, it turned and started staring at me, and it stayed there for about a minute. I was staring at him and he was staring at me too, until he started coming toward me. As it neared, everything went dark and I blacked out. Boom, 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 Zenato. I only woke up the next day with a huge weight on my body. I went back to sleep with the door closed and a light on the computer desk. To avoid it, right? What if he returns? Hello, Leo Augusto, I'm Jones. I live in a house that's just 1 block away from a cemetery. As close as it is, I've never witnessed anything out of the ordinary. One day we gathered several friends from the neighborhood to play hide and seek. The town I lived in was very small and had only a few streets. It wasn't hard to find people in this game, so we used to play at night. Because it was easier to hide since the place was small, right? As a strategy, one of my friends, affectionately nicknamed Kataro, had the brilliant idea for us to go hide inside the cemetery. It would be an ideal place for us to hide, because it was scary and probably no one would look there. So we started the game, right? When the seekers started counting, we immediately went to the cemetery. When we got there, we started looking for possible hiding spots. After some time searching, I hid behind a tombstone and watched the others hide. Some climbed up into trees. Others also hid behind other tombstones. My friend Kataro decided to innovate again and hid inside a grave. My God, this kid is crazy. Who in their right mind would hide inside a hole in the ground? We stayed there for quite a while, man. The seeker never showed up. Actually, we didn't hear any sign of anyone. I think we stayed there for about half an hour until I felt a strange vibration in the ground. The tombstone I was on seemed to have shaken too. When I look at the grave, I see my friend Kataro running out of the hole saying that something grabbed his leg. Run, everyone! I didn't stay to see what it was. It all happened in the blink of an eye. We ran out of the cemetery and went back to our street. We got there and didn't see anyone. Not the storyteller, not the other boys. Man, what happened there? You really scared us. After that tremor in the ground, I felt something grabbing my foot. When I looked down, it was a hand. That's when I started jumping out of there, right? I got out of there fast. You probably got caught on a route and mistook it for something else. Oh yeah. So, why do I have this handprint on my foot? Hi Leo Augusto, I'm Samuel and I'm 13 years old, and I'm going to tell you a story that left me traumatized for quite a while. This occurred at my grandmother's house. She was one of those people who knew a lot of legends and used to tell them to her grandchildren. Her house was in the middle of nowhere because she said she loved nature. One day my cousins and I had the brilliant idea to go out at night and explore the woods. We waited until everyone was asleep, then my 2 cousins and I snuck out for an adventure. It didn't take long for us to get lost after all. It was pitch dark and we didn't have a flashlight. Besides, the bushes all looked the same, right? It was hard to have any reference to guide us, but we still had hope of getting out of there. We kept walking for a long time. Suddenly, we heard a girl screaming in desperation. We got really scared, but we kept going, trying to find a way out. After a few minutes, we heard the same scream again, the kind that made you feel uneasy just hearing it. This time it was much louder. We got desperate and ran as fast as we could in the opposite direction of the scream. I ended up getting separated from them, man. I looked around and all I could see was brush. My body started shaking a lot. Panic took over me. When that happens, I cry. The scream came again, this time almost beside me. I looked and saw a little girl, man. She was about 3 years old, walking around in dirty clothes, crying and screaming. I didn't think twice and ran like crazy. I don't even know where to. Until I managed to spot my grandmother's house and I got out of there. When I got there, I told my cousins and they said that when they ran, they lost sight of me and made it to the house. They said they didn't hear any screams after they started running. At that moment, we started to hear someone approaching through the woods. We ran inside the house and locked ourselves in our room. The next day, I told my grandmother, who said that in those woods, there was a mysterious death of a girl many years ago. And there was a rumor that every night her spirit would wander around there. After that, every night I dreamed about what happened and my heart would race. I never returned to that forest.